It's finally here! The Descendants official trailer is here. It dropped with the RDMAs on Sunday. And, well, I guess it's yesterday, but you know what I mean. And I'm really excited for this. I loved the trailer. I thought it was actually a good kind of tease. It showed us what we needed to see, but it didn't give us away too much. I really do like it. There are a lot of things I do love about this trailer, and there are some things that I don't like about this trailer. So we gotta break it down. So let's get started. Ooh, I'm tingling. Okay, so Dove Cameron is freaking beautiful right here. It opens up with Mal, and her hair looks great. I wasn't expecting blonde hair with purple, I guess lavender tips. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really actually better than the original purple hair. She probably dyed her hair to fit the Ordon style. That's my guess, is that she tried to create this new image for herself after, she turned good. So I like that. What's really weird, though, about this scene is that even though we know from the first movie that technology exists, this is a modern fairy tale world, this part here where everyone's wearing regular clothes, everyone has video cameras and microphones and all these things, it just kind of took me out of the scene a little bit. It kind of took me out of the fantasy world. So I don't know how I feel about them using all the technology at once. In the last movie, even though they had technology, they didn't use it that much. So I don't know how I feel about that. But that's just kind of like a nitpicky thing, because Dove Cameron is so beautiful in that scene, I'm gonna let it slide. And then of course here we have a shot, same hairstyle, and it looks like there's something going on, maybe like an event or something that's happening, and Evie is styling the dress that Mal's going to be wearing to that event. So I like that. Great attention to detail as well. Also, again, Mal just looks great in that scene. We've actually been having a discussion in our theater class, the guys have, about how great Dove Cameron looks, because she is beautiful. But anyway, in this scene here, you see that she still has the blonde hair. She's out to lunch, or maybe that's dinner, I don't know, with Ben. And that was really cool. I liked that scene. But Mal's been talking the whole time about she really can't handle being this image. And I really do like that they've been kind of focusing on that aspect to it, because in this scene here she's talking to Carlos about how she just don't you want to go back to the way things were, or something like that. There's a line in there, I don't remember what the line was specifically, but she says something about, don't you want to change back to that detail, go back to that, or do that again. And Carlos is just like, not really. And I really like his response. It's kind of just like, not really. I mean, the technology there, by the way, isn't that bad. I just, all of his cameras at once, I was like, oh, it took me out of the scene. But right here, it's okay. But I love that Carlos still has Dude, too. And I think Carlos looks pretty cool there. I like him. Cameron Boyce, in the promotional photos, he's looked, I wouldn't say he looked awful. He just kind of didn't look normal. He didn't look casual enough. I mean, I know they're not supposed to look casual because they're fairy tale characters, but still, it was kind of over the top. But here, it's okay. And then, of course, Ben, I like Ben. I think, what's his name? I can't remember his name. I know his last name. Oh, no, Mitchell Hope, I think is his name. I know Mitchell Hope. Mitchell Hope looks really good here. I think he looks great. He looked good in the first movie. He looks great here. You can tell that there's a difference. Obviously, there's a difference with all the characters of how long it's been since the first movie, but he looks great with his difference. Now, this scene is interesting. So this is when Mal's talking about how she can't handle it anymore. She has to go back to the aisle. But what's interesting here is that she has green glowing eyes, but I don't know what's going on here, because she looks really shocked, or she looks really, like, amazed, or like something marveled, or I don't know what she's doing here, but I'm wondering why she's so shocked with the green eyes. That's really weird. And then Dove Cameron, I think Dove Cameron shows off really good emotion here. Dove Cameron's always been good with emotional scenes. Here, it's like, oh wow, you're doing really well. I think Dove Cameron's career is going to go far. I loved her in Hairspray Live. I mean, I thought she was okay in Hairspray Live with the role she was given, because it was kind of like nothing that she could really work with in terms of that emotionally. But she still does good in every role she has. Sofia Carson, I freaking love Sofia Carson. I think she looks great here. She looks great in the red leather with the blue hair. I think that's really great. But I don't know how much we're going to get of Sofia Carson in this movie, because I feel like a lot of the original characters aren't going to have as much time. They even took some of the original characters out that were in the first movie. And then, of course, you see here, Mal still has the blonde hair, as you can see, so she must dye it when she actually gets to the aisle, but she uses a motorcycle. I don't know how that works, but she's using a motorcycle somehow. I don't know. She looks like Barbie there, actually. And then she walks in, Nicki Minaj hairstyle, Mal, you know how I feel about it. I really think they should have gone with a different hairstyle. It's not as bad here, because in the movie it looks a little better than it does in the teasers. because the teasers make it look really trashy. But here, it looks better. It just isn't, it's not my cup of tea. And then, of course, you can see right here, this is Uma. China Anne McClain just looks great in that shot. But as you can see, she's working. She's not working. She has the apron on in her mother's restaurant. And her mother, obviously, is Ursula. We don't know who's casted as Ursula. We haven't seen her yet. She's not in the trailer, which is cool because I don't like seeing Ursula in this. If I saw her in the trailer, I would kind of be disappointed because that would be kind of giving away too much. I want to wait to see what Ursula kind of looks like. So I'm excited for that. And then, of course, we have a shot here of the main, well, not the main, but the new main villains, I guess, of the movie. And they look great, too. We haven't got too much of Captain Hook's son and Gaston's son in this trailer, but I kind of want to save them for the movie, too, just because, you know, it'll be exciting to see a whole lot of new scenes with them, because I really am interested in their characters. Now, China Anne McClain, I think she's an okay actress. She's not my favorite. But here, she just seems like she's monologuing as a villain, but not good monologuing, bad monologuing. I know! A lot of the lines in here that she has are okay. There's even one line that I love at the end of the trailer. But here it just seems like she's monologuing, but in a bad way as a villain. So I don't like that. I hope it's not like that in the movie. Maybe because you know, a lot of times in trailers, they'll record dialogue, but then they'll actually say the dialogue differently in the actual movie, just so they can make the trailer kind of fit together with the audio. It's weird how they do that, but yeah. Now, Ben wants to go to the aisle to apologize and get Mal back. Why the heck would you take the freaking limo with the glowing, like, bridge of sparkles and gold? That just makes no sense to me. I don't think if you're sneaking into the aisle, because obviously Uma kidnaps him later on. They say that in the later on in the trailer. So why would you take the golden road with the limo? That makes no sense if you were sneaking in to apologize to Mal and get her back. I don't see why you would take the limo. It makes no sense. But okay, I'm gonna roll with it anyway. And then we also have this scene here, Captain Hook's son. I think he's great. He actually looks really menacing. I don't know what he's holding. What is he holding in his hand there? Not his hook. I don't know why he has a hook. Is it a trend now for like family members to have like the exact same features as their parents? Like so much so that they have to get rid of their own hand to match their father? I don't know how I feel about that either. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he's Captain Hook's son, but then at the same time I'm just like, But I wonder what's in his hand there. I don't know. It's so interesting. I cannot see what that is. And then here's a nice shot of the rest of the three. Jay literally is not in this trailer. That's what I've said about the original characters, that some of them probably won't get as much screen time from the last movie, because there's a lot of new characters in this one. So they're going to have to set them up. So that's why we haven't seen a lot of the other characters, especially Jay, because he's really not in this trailer that much. And then here's a nice shot. This really reminds me more of like theater. I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of, there's this piece, that one opera piece that everybody knows. You know, I can't really sing it for you because I'm not really a singer. But, you know, there's that one opera piece that everyone knows. It looks like that play, and I can't really remember what it's called. But yeah, it looks very Broadway theater-like. So I like that. I mean, even though it's a movie, it still kind of looks like it draws inspiration from theater sets, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, this is the line I was talking about, that Evie, you know, even though you put a tiara on a villain, it's still a villain, you know, just because you have a tiara on it doesn't mean you change your ways. That was a really good line, and China Anne McClain delivered it perfectly. That was really good. I thought that was my favorite line that she had in the entire trailer. And of course, the fairy godmother's wand is the same objective this movie, so I don't know how I feel about that, because they're basically copycatting. The fairy godmother's wand, China Anne McClain, Uma wants it to take over, just like Mal's mom, just like Maleficent. Uma wants the magic wand. I don't know how I feel about that, because that's, again, copycatting a little bit. But okay. Okay, we're going to roll with it, because I actually kind of like most of the stuff in this trailer, but just some of it I don't know if I agree with, but we're going to roll with it, because I want to see what they do with it later in the movie. And then, again, this was the line where they said that, you know, the tiara line that I really liked a lot. But one thing I didn't like about this scene was the whole arm wrestling thing. I didn't get that. I was like, if you're both, like, huge enemies of each other, why the heck are you having a arm wrestling battle? I think that's really... Don't you think that's, like... If you're really that big of enemies, you're gonna have an arm wrestling battle? I don't know how I feel about that. And plus, you're old, you're mature, it's like, I don't know how I feel about them doing that, because that doesn't really make sense to me. Because why wouldn't they just go into this action sequence? There's probably gonna be some action sequences, because we've been seeing them in some, you know, past teasers. I just don't think the arm wrestling makes sense. Maybe it'll make sense in the actual movie. I don't know. And then the worst scene ever in this entire trailer is when Evie gives props to Mal's hair. Oh, it's terrible. Evie, I was rooting for you to like be like, oh, your hair's awful, Mal, let me fix it for you. Because you're the fashion and like beauty guru. And then you're just like, that hair is amazing. And I'm like, no, it freaking isn't. It's Nicki Minaj trash. It's like gutter trash. I don't like the hair at all. I really wish they would have gone with a different hairstyle. Plus, where's the wavy hairstyle? If we have the blonde for like the first quarter of the movie, do we just have the Nicki Minaj hair for the rest of it? Or is there going to be the purple wavy hair? Where does that come in? Maybe that's at the end of the movie. I have no idea. Overall, I like the trailer. There's things I don't like about it, as you can tell. But it wasn't the worst. I think it's a good start to trailers. And I'm excited to see if they release another one in the future before July. But don't forget to scream this video out to the world by sharing it down below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys later for some more videos. Bye bye.